What's up, guys? Bitcoin has been moving quite a lot lately. Altcoins has been moving quite a lot lately. And let's take a look if we can find out what we can expect for the coming days, weeks. Because should you ape in right now or should you be careful and wait for the bounce to happen? Let's take a look. Thanks for the 7K subscribers, by the way. Smack that like button, turn on the bell notification if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Do that. I was supposed to live stream today, but I'm very sick and I don't want to puke all over the live stream because I'm puking all the time. So I will make a pre-recorded video instead. Nevertheless, I got some very interesting information for you guys. First thing, this is a chart I showed you a couple of days ago. And this is the USDT dominance, right? And the USDT dominance has been going up ever since November. So since the bear market started, people have been moving money into USDT instead of Bitcoin or altcoins. And that was on a clear trend right here. And I just said a couple of days ago, like, yo, we broke that trend. So that's very bullish. And it bounced exactly off this line that I draw. Exactly as predicted. It's what happened, right? But this is very important to take a look at, because what we can expect right now is that maybe we bounce right here, go up, and then bounce right there again. And then, we have to take a look which direction it's going, or maybe we can give it a little harder push and go down and break this right here. And then Bitcoin definitely has a move up to go. So that's pretty interesting to see how that's going to play out. When it comes to Bitcoin, I'm quite bullish. When it comes to altcoins, I'm not so bullish. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Bitcoin is clearly doing great, right? It didn't really make a higher high, but come on, it was really close, and it's doing fantastic, to be honest. But if we take a look at the Bitcoin 4 hour, then it's pretty interesting. You see right here. So these are these bear flags, right? We had them all year. We had these relief rallies. Bitcoin was going down. We had a bear flag. We, spend a lot of time going up. But once we break down, we go down so fast, and we end up in a new bear flag before we go down again. And then we end up in a new bear flag before we go down again, and a new one, and then go down again, and a new one. So what, I don't know. It's like when it comes to that, I feel like, okay, we should be a little careful because this is just another bear flag. On the other hand, what's really interesting to me is that Bitcoin has now broken out of this bear flag, right? And we actually got rejected at this resistance point at $21,500, give or take. It's a big resistance for Bitcoin. Now I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. If we manage to hold above this line right here and don't fall back into it, then I think that it's definitely possible that Bitcoin can break that level and we can test levels around maybe 22,500. And if we break that, yeah, then it's going to be very interesting. Because why is 22.5 so interesting? If you take a look right here, that's where we break this downward trend we have been in since November, basically, right? And that will, for me, not maybe start the next bull market, but if we definitely close above here, I think it's pretty safe to say that the bear market is over, right? Then we go into an accumulation phase, maybe. Doesn't mean we cannot get lower, but these new lows, then I think we had the low, to be honest. So let's not rush into that. Let's see how that's going to play out, but I thought that's pretty interesting. Altcoins look less good, and this is the altcoin market. Now I saw someone said on Twitter like, oh, altcoins are going to reach for 600 billion again, and we are on the rise. And when I look at the weekly chart, I don't know, man. I don't know, because what I see right here is that where we previously held support for the altcoin market, which was around $350 billion, right? We had support here. We had a lot of support here, like all the way from June basically till November, until the FTX crash. We are now facing this as resistance. And is it likely that we're just going to break through the resistance in a single time and go to the moon. We had that for support like 6 months and we weren't able to go down. Like, how are we so able to go up right now? Also, if we take a look, we are at the bull market support band or the bear market resistance band. And we clearly get rejected right off this band, this blue and this red line, right? This is the 21 and 20 weekly moving average. And that's like the line for crypto to take a look at. Also, if we take a look at Bitcoin, like that's the line. Always, if we are, above that line, we are in a bull market, right? And once we are below that line, we are in a bear market. And now for the total tree, so only altcoins goes, that we are struggling with that line right there. And even if that's not the case, we have this, this falling wedge right here that we have been in since June, July. And we are still there, right? So what we are basically doing, downside, upside, downside, upside. Well, another, downside, upside, upside, downside, upside, downside, right? I mean, altcoins just don't look that bullish to me. Well, if we combine that with what I said a lot, and that's what, Benjamin Cohen has been saying a lot, but what I really agree on, the Bitcoin dominance, if we zoom out, where is it? Is it at the lower side of the range or at the higher side of the range? It's definitely at the lower side of the range, right? So what could happen with altcoins? I'm not saying it's only down from here right now, but I am saying we are facing some very important resistance right here where we already were, right, at $350 billion market cap, give or take. I think maybe if we retest there, we won't get through it. And even if we do, we will get rejected at the 360 billion. So what does that mean for your bag, basically? Well, that means whenever this pumps 1%, your altcoins pump 1.5%. So could we see another 10% pump for altcoins? Maybe, if we are lucky. But and that's from here, right? If we go down first, then of course we can see a 10% pump. But I think that will be it. Of course, it could be 12%, like fake outs here and there. But I think that will be it. And I think altcoins will go down after that. And it won't maybe go down immediately. We could stay here for a while before we go down. But I don't see us break this big horizontal support line, this falling wedge right here, and the bull market support band. These are the most important levels, like all combined for altcoins. That, like I said, in combination with the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is basically sitting at its lows, right? So what could cause the fact that we still have that small pump before we go down? It would be that the Bitcoin dominance will go down in the meantime. And that's possible. And that's definitely possible, right? But if we zoom in or out, you'll see, right? Again, this is the range. This is the range. And it's just likely that it points upwards to the upper side of the range, right? That means more money is sitting in Bitcoin than in altcoins, right? AKA altcoins will bleed against their Bitcoin pair, right? So if you have Bitcoin, that's what I wrote down right here. If the altcoin dominance is down right, or the Bitcoin dominance is down right here, I will move my altcoins to Bitcoin. It's still in that area, right? Like, I'm only talking about this range here between 48% and 39%, give or take. I'm not even talking about this range of 52 or 57, which we might get there. We might. I don't know. I don't think so, though, but we might. But I'm only talking about this range, right? So when it comes to that, I feel like here is where we should move our altcoins into Bitcoin. And once it gets up, right, here is where we should buy altcoins with Bitcoin. We are not nearly there yet. We're nearly not there yet. Like, it's still like 13%. And 13% on the Bitcoin dominance is a lot. Like, it's not a lot on a fucking shitcoin or whatever, but on the Bitcoin dominance, it is definitely a lot. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. So be a little careful. Also, what I noticed is that if you look at this, it's pretty interesting as well. If you look like, why did Bitcoin went up? Well, if we look at the addresses with 0.01 Bitcoin, it's rising all the time during this whole bear market, basically, while the market is going down. Retail, these small people like that have a little money to spend, are buying Bitcoin like crazy, right? That's just like only going up. For the wallets with 0.1 Bitcoin, so retail with slightly more money, but still definitely retail, also in this whole bear market so far, only accumulating, went from 3,000 wallets all the way to 4,200 wallets. So 25 percent more people, retail, is buying during this whole bear market, basically, right? We can look at all of that. But if we look at the addresses with 1,000 Bitcoin, aka the Bitcoin whales, they are selling their Bitcoin this whole bear market. Like, this is the price, or the black line going down, and this is also going down very hard. Who would you rather follow? The retail that's usually getting wrecked, or the smart money and the whales and the rich guys who aren't rich for no reason, right? So this is like pretty bearish to me, but you know, I don't know what it has to mean, but yeah, we have to see, man. It moves with the price is kind of what I'm seeing right here. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I want to go over a couple of comments that I got on this channel, because I always think that's pretty interesting to take a look at. Soon as I'm better, I will go over more of that. But I cannot, like, I'm really not feeling so good. But I promise to be here every single day. So far, I'm trying. All right, let me take a look. Can you check out Dia, which is a direct competitor of Chainlink, which is having partnership with CoinMarketCap? I can check that out. I must say that I don't think Chainlink has competitors, though. But let me take a look. This is Dia. Let me open up DeFi Llama in the meantime, because this is really slow. Right, Dia. Meh. So this is an Oracle. $5.70 all-time high, now 30 cents. Okay, cool. Where can you get it? Binance, Bitrue. Okay, you can get it basically everywhere. Withdraw on hold. Okay. If I go to DeFi Llama and I check out the oracles, then we have the oracles right here. Here it is, place 9. Like, yeah. Okay. Look, it is it's like not like it's not a bad project probably, because it has 18 projects secured, right? With a total value secured of $100 million. So they are, you know, doing a good job. But it's not a competitor of Chainlink. It's doing the same as Chainlink, definitely, but it's by far 100 times as small as Chainlink, and you know, nothing comes even close to Chainlink. Like Maker, you could say, but they only secure their own network basically, and that has a lot of total value locked. But Chainlink has all these projects secured, right? Aave, Compound, Frax, Venus, Liquidity, DYDX, all the projects you probably know are here, all secured by Chainlink. And you know, if I look at DIA, like 18 projects. And definitely not the biggest projects. Define, I know that. I know Phantom, BeamSwap, Polkstarter, Tomb Finance. It's like, it secures these smaller projects. Yeah. I don't know why we need this if we have Chainlink. But might be interesting, might be an interesting play. I have to take a better look at it, of course, than this. But it's not like that I'm saying that it's not good or anything. It does what it needs to do. So that's already good, right? You talk so much about Seedify. Can you make a video on how to enter an IDO and how it? I just did that this weekend. I have to edit it because I entered an IDO and I filmed the whole thing, and I want to put it on camera when I'm when I'm claiming my tokens as well and selling them, and show you everything. So that's coming somewhere this week, definitely. Someone asked for the code for the Delesium node. Yeah, of course, I can get you a Delesium node code. This is my referral code right here. So that means that you can buy into the private sale of the node, because without a node you cannot buy it. So definitely here you go, bro. And someone said, hey bro, can I get a code? I saw it costs 100k to buy, so we get rewarded daily, but when is the launch? And are we the first who can buy during pre-sale? Are we the first one who can buy during the pre-sale? Yeah, we buy before the pre-sale. You can also buy the pre-sale, but you don't need to pre-sell because you already have the tokens if you have the node. So I am getting like, only the node holders now have tokens. I have 5,000 tokens, right? If you buy these in the pre-sale, then you buy these in the pre-sale. But then you get a fixed amount. And the node gets you tokens passively. So also, after the token has been listed, you will still get these tokens. And the pre-sale, you only get what you buy, basically. When the launch is, I think it's somewhere soon this year, but therefore you can best jump into their Discord, Telegram, Twitter. They have all the information right there, but I will make a video about that. Here you... All right. Grizzlyfy bots. Scam. Again. All right. So, yeah, pretty cool. I talked about 5 huge new crypto releases, and one of them is Carbon browser. And that's a browser, right? So the working product is a browser, just like Edge, Chrome, Brave, right? But this browser already has 5 million users, and it's not even out on iOS yet, right? It's kind of crazy. So this has so insanely much adoption. Because this should be the browser, like better than Brave, better than Puma or Opera Crypto or whatever, right? And you can earn with that browser as well. Like I'm on Brave, I can earn with Brave. I get these ads now and then, and I earn BET tokens in return, right? You know, the BET token maybe. This is what I'm getting. And it's not a lot or anything, but you know, it's free money while browsing, so why not, right? So this is the token that I'm getting all the time, and it's pretty strong, by the way. But Carbon is like new. It's supposed to be faster than anything. It already has way too much users. It's fucking insane. And they are doing the pre-sale pretty soon. And I will participate on Engine Starter. But I also decided to buy me some Pools tokens, because here it also going to get released. And I want to have a big allocation. So I bought 250 pool tokens. If everything is correct, I should get $450 allocation for this pre-sale. Plus it's secured, right? Users can claim or refund at the TGE. So if you feel like the price is too low, you just get your money back. But yeah, well, therefore I'm pretty interested in this pre-sale. And someone said, too many Carbon named cryptos, not a chance. But that's kind of bullshit, because you judging a bug by its cover, bro. Like, just because it has Carbon in its name has nothing to do with how good the project is. Like I said, they are going to release on quite the biggest launch pads, and they already have like 5 million users. Wow, it's not even completely fully released yet. So they definitely have a chance. Like, it's already working. Um, let me take a look. How can I get on board Elysium? It seems like a very good upcoming project. Yeah, okay. You can node with this code. Sorry for doing this in the video. Fucking bots. Did you look into the Solidus AI tech that's launching? I guess if you did and it was interesting, you should mention it here, right? I haven't taken a look at it yet, but I will do that because the AI tech is like something we maybe cannot ignore anymore, right? So, yeah, I'm definitely taking a look at that. Do you know why Maxi got delisted on Engine Starter? I think it had something to do with the conditions because of specific countries or something, like nothing too crazy. But if you want to know, ask them in their Telegram, I would say. But who gives a shit, right? Because you can better buy it on PancakeSwap, because if you want Engine Starter tokens because you want to participate in the pre-sale, you got to lock them on their website anyway, so you have to have them on your MetaMask in the first place. So I don't care about Maxi. LMP says, I sold some of my altcoins last night. There's a huge debt bomb coming this week, and some analysts are calling for a complete collapse of the financial markets. So I took profits. Yeah, you know, you just heard me say that I'm not really a fan of how altcoins are looking right now. And taking profits is smart to do, so good move, in my opinion. A debt bomb and analysts calling for complete collapse, it's always so overblown. Like, nobody can call for a complete collapse or anything. So I don't see that happen. At least it could happen, but nobody can predict that, really. So, but other than that, I think it's a smart move to take some profits. Definitely. Even Bitcoin is not safe. So far it has been pretty safe, right? Like, it's the safest crypto asset out there. It's really like gold. Like, it's the same as saying that gold is not safe. Like, if you look at the gold chart, you always have like these dumps, but at the end of the day it always goes up. Bitcoin is doing the exact same thing. So I don't know, Bitcoin is like the safest crypto asset. Could you please upload your Launchpad portfolio? Yeah, here we go. I had it in my screen. So I have some in my portfolio and I have some on my watch list, right? So, and you see I'm down a lot, right? I'm down a lot. Why? Because I was like a moron. I started buying like in December 21. So on CDFI, I'm down a lot. On SpinTop, I'm down a lot, but it doesn't matter. I will slowly, when I think the bottom is in, accumulate a little bit more. And if these are good launch pads, I will end up in the green eventually. So I have CDFI. I have CDFI tokens. Like, I'm not going to say how much I have, but I have enough for me to have a good tier. I have SNFTS, which is also a launchpad token, right? It's the NFT launchpad. I have SpinTop, which is not a native launchpad, but you know, they are a launchpad right now. I have Engine Starter. I now have Pulse Finance, but I just have 250 Pulse tokens, so that's like $330, but that's enough allocation. I had some Paragen, but that launchpad is dead, so don't buy that. It's a fucking, it's not a scam, but it's just dead. They didn't manage to survive the bear market. I have some Avalanche. I don't really use that launchpad though. I should, but I have these tokens. I have some Solster and I have some Sol, Razor and Solanium. These are also down a lot because everything built on Solana is down a lot. That's my launchpad portfolio. I love how that accent reminds me of lighting up a blunt soon. Yeah, so Dutch, right? Someone about the Delicium node says, was curious about buying one. Could you please tell me what's involved, such as maintenance, if any, for purchasing a Delicium node? You really have to ask in their Discord, man. You can use the code. Sorry for boring you up. Okay, some people want me to check out some altcoins. I will do that in another video because I'm really feeling like shit, so I'm gonna wrap it up for today. But I just wanted to go over some comments, some things that I'm looking at when I look at the crypto market. You know, the pump is looking nice. It gets everybody euphoric and shit, but watch out a little bit, especially with altcoins. Bitcoin, if it holds above 20,300 or so, then I am pretty bullish on Bitcoin, but I think it could definitely go down there to retest, and then retest the 19.4. If we break that and go down again, yeah, then we are just back in the range again, and we could easily see 16,000 again, but we're not there yet, so keep your eyes on that. For now, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.